Hi there, my name is Polly Ho Yen. This is a message for St Patrick's School. I believe that you guys are still reading my book Boy in the Tower at home, so I would like to read a chapter to you today. So we're up to chapter 43, I believe, so I shall kick off. Chapter 43. It's funny when time slows down or speeds up again. I've heard people talk about time like that. They say, this week is going so slowly, or today's rushed by. I hadn't really taken any notice of that before. Sometimes night felt like a long time, because I'd wake up and think it must be morning and time to get up and have breakfast, and then realise it was still dark outside in the middle of the night. But I'd never really known time to seem like it had stopped. Not until now, when I'm standing outside the tower with Obby and Ben calling down to me, wearing my air mask in front of the leafy green bushes, with the blutchers all around me. All of a sudden, Obby and Ben's voices sound very far away. They get quieter in my head. I notice that to one side of me is a tall blutcher, which is growing next to a patch of the bushes, and then I can't tell what happens first. It all happens so quickly, also slowly, depending on which way you look at it. One moment I'm thinking about whether I should try calling back to Ben and Obby that I'm all right, and in the next there is just that tiny slither of time right before something big happens. It's like the world has just taken a breath. Do I know it at the time? Maybe I don't. Maybe I only remember that moment of stillness because of what happens next. I turn back to look in front of me, and there is a movement in the bushes, and at what seems like exactly the same time, the top of the blutcher right next to me explodes. Pop! Just like that. This is the moment that time stops. The little piece of time, and I realise it has burst, and the liquid that was in it is now spraying out of it right towards me. The droplets look like they are frozen, like long, thin teardrops hanging in the air, a fountain that I'm standing right underneath. And then time restarts again, and I feel the wetness of the liquid seeping through my clothes, drenching the scarves that are wrapped around my face. I can't move. I don't know if I'm able to at first. I stand there as still as I can, and I can feel the liquid running down my back now and the coolness of it upon my cheeks. I know I am covered. That if this is something that could hurt humans, then there is no chance for me now. But still, I am waiting for the pain to start, waiting for me to begin to die. My skin feels a little bit itchy and sticky, but I can't decide if I'm hurting or not. I start thinking that my skin feels like it is warming up. I worry that it will get hotter and hotter, and that soon it will feel like I am on fire. But it doesn't warm up like that. I just stand there, paralysed, waiting for something to happen. My goggles are coated with the stuff. Everything starts looking a bit blurry through the lenses, although I can still see through them. What is really strange, though, is that I can see the colour of the blutchers through the goggles, and that changes how everything looks. It is like I'm looking through a funny magnifying glass, which makes everything look hazy and changes their colour. The bush in front of me is no longer green. It seems like it is pale blue now. The little blue flowers are pink, and I can see out of the corner of my eye that the tower now looks almost completely black. It is like a huge, dark shadow looming over me. I stand there for a long time before I realise that I'm all right. I'm not hurt. I can hear Ben still calling to me to get inside. The shouts haven't stopped the whole time. It's just that I've been able to block out the sound in my head. I know that I need to go back now, but I have to come outside to help somebody, and I haven't even found them yet. The bush that moved when the blutcher burst is directly in front of me. I slowly walk round it and kneel down as best I can with the rucksack on my back to look underneath it. There is nothing there. There are little marks in the dark black soil that show that where something has been, but whatever it is or whoever they are, they have gone. I look down the only path it could have taken. It's surrounded by swollen blutchers and thick undergrowth. Trees are growing here, but they are so much taller than I remember, and they block out the light. I suddenly get the eerie feeling that if I go down that path, I won't return. As I stand in front of the track and decide that I have to go back, I start to feel a little bit silly. I rushed out of the tower to rescue someone, and there's no one here. I could have died when the blucher juice covered me, and I risked coming out with the spores all over the place, and I might have even infected the block with them, all for something I thought I'd seen. I turn back to the tower, feeling my shoulders slump. I can hear Ben's voice die down as I turn around and start walking back. I wonder if Obi will be cross with me for going outside. Will he understand why I had to do it? And then I start hearing a different noise. It's coming from down the path. Pop, pop, pop. It's the sound the bluchers make when they explode. There's something else as well. A little mewing noise calling out. I turn back and I can see the bluchers are bursting, one after another in a line, right along the path and coming towards me. Something is setting them off, and then I see it. It is running away from the sound as fast as it can, a small, thin cat. It leaps into my arms as soon as it reaches me and starts purring. It's like it knows I've come to get it. I turn back to the tower, but as I do so, I feel something stopping me. I look down. It's on my leg. A thin, silvery arm of a blucher wrapped around my ankle, and it's beginning to tighten its grip. So I hope that you've enjoyed that chapter for today, and that you enjoy the rest of the book. You're pretty close to the end now, and I just wanted to send you my absolute best wishes and hope that you and your family are staying well during this strange, strange time.